No, come on, guys. You're hyenas. Give me hyenas.
Welcome to Popstars, The Rivals! OK, can you believe it? It's exactly 131 days since we started our search for two bands, one girls and one boys. And after seeing 10,000 Popstar wannabes, you chose your two five-piece bands. That was Girls Aloud and One True Voice. Now, tonight, we're going to follow their journey from Popstar hopefuls to real proper pop stars and follow their push to make it to the top of the chart. Last week, the two bands performed their debut singles live on this show for the very first time. The quest for Christmas #1 and one of the fiercest battles in pop had begun. The culmination of weeks of intense rivalry between the band's two managers and Popstars judges, Pete Waterman and Louis Walsh.
It kind of makes me laugh watching, you know, the two boys. It's like two silly boys at school. More about who's the strongest and the fittest, and, you know, my dad's better than your dad. It feels like a bit more like that, which I find quite comical.
I like Pete. He's a really nice guy until you mentioned the word pop music.
I took it serious from the beginning. You know, maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have been a bit more light-hearted about it. But this was always a competition where, you know, the most successful young manager or new manager, Louis Walsh, was taking on the old establishment, the old grey Pete Waterman. And there was no way the old grey was going to let him get away with it.
It's really personal for the pair of them now, because I suppose they're going to think how, you know, each band does reflect on them and how good manager or producer they are.
The five boys who had been voted by the public to make it into the band were revealed a week before the girls. The final lineup of Anton, Daniel, Jamie, Keith and Matt were announced as One True Voice.
It's one of the good things I feel about this band is that it's the only band ever in history that has been the public's band.
I'm just glad I went for it and just turned out for the best.
I kept on just getting through to like the last 25, the last 15, the last 10, the last, you know, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and it's like, what's happening? You know, it's like, why should I should be at home now? Or, you know, you wonder why the bubble hasn't sort of burst.
I'm here now. It's mad. It's absolutely mad. I've achieved what I've wanted for a long time.
The atmosphere now, everyone knows how to get on. We're all friends. We all share a joke. We all take the mick out of each other. And it's a really friendly, calm atmosphere at the moment. I'm sure it's going to get a bit more hectic, but it's great at the moment.
Their first task as a band was to face the national press.
This is the start. This is the beginning of something great. I'm very confident that this group will be a success.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, we will get that #1.
Stick with a head on it.
The next day, the boys checked up on the reaction they received from the press while shooting the cover for their single.
There we are. Why is Anton the lost voice? Anton, the lost voice. Maybe because he's the quiet one? Valley voice. I like that. Sheep voice. Voice. Yeah, but it doesn't say what voice. It could be any voice.
With the name of the band now revealed to the nation, Daniel explained how they chose One True Voice.
I knew it's a blend of voices and different influences that we all bring to the band to create one sound. So we thought One True Voice sounded really good. It was me and Mikey that came up with it, and just thought it was quite apt.
Is this somebody's house? Is it?
For me personally, it hasn't sunk in yet.
No, nor me. Well, after we've seen our families, we went back to the house and we just, just had a celebration with One True Voice.
After a nail-biting week for the remaining 6 girls, the final 5 were revealed to the nation. Cheryl, Kimberly, Nadine, Nicola and Sarah became Girls Aloud.
When I think back to queuing up for 2 of us in the freezing cold, waiting for that one audition just to see how I got on, then I think now where I am, it's unbelievable.
I think everybody, when they're a kid, everybody wants to be a pop star or thinks about it anyway, at least. And if anybody says they weren't, they're lying.
I've been saying this ever since I was little. I haven't said if I get famous. I've always said when I'm famous, when I'm a singer, when I'm doing this, when I'm. It's really weird. It's like, could I be psychic?
I've been in the house now like 7 weeks. And like so much has happened in 7 weeks. To think back how like fast it's gone.
It's just been a complete roller coaster, and I don't know really. It's so exciting, but it's very nerve-wracking and intense at the same time.
There was very little time to celebrate as the girls were whisked off the next day to face the paparazzi and reveal the band's ad campaign.
It's kind of mad that it's the first photo shoot as a band, isn't it?
Yes.
Straight away, the girls threw down the gauntlet to the boys.
Yeah, the boys are very dull, aren't they?
Yeah.
Even when you watch them, though, even when you watch their interviews and things like that, it's like, I am Jamie here.
Girls Aloud had now found themselves in the middle of a media frenzy. They've now got to continually deal with being under the scrutiny of the press, something that has a downside, as a couple of the girls had already experienced.
Normal people would realise that stuff written in the papers isn't always true. And there's never an element of entire truth behind a bad story. And I mean, I've known that for years. Yeah, it upsets you, but at the end of the day, it's chip wrapper the next day, isn't it? And if people want to do kiss and tells on you and make up stories about you from people you barely even know, they're making themselves look stupid.
It's important, obviously the press, do, some of them, can completely support you, but equally they can turn on if it's more interesting to be, critical, and if you're not flavour of the month.
Yeah, before the last show I had quite a negative story, saying that I was a horrible prima donna and all this, and at first I was a bit upset because I just thought, who would have written that about me or whatever, but then I just sort of thought, look, I know that that's not me at all.
I said to Kimberly that on the day that she had horrible press, that she should treat the press like a boyfriend or someone that you're kind of dating, that you don't reveal everything all at once and you keep them at a nice, healthy distance.
I was wondering whether it might have a negative effect, but luckily I'm still in the band, so I've just got to move on from there now.
Kimberly was a fantastic example that there was no truth in that. And really, sometimes we have to remember that, some of these columnists have a blank piece of paper and every day they've got to fill it up. They do. And so they've got to fill it up with something juicy.
Coming up on Popstars The Rivals, Girls Aloud and One True Voice shoot their first ever videos. And both bands hit the promotional trail.
Right, makeup. More makeup. Much more makeup. Lady!
the voting over and One True Voice and Girls Aloud now 2 bands, work on the single and the video could begin.
There's a million things you've got to do, and in truth, you've got half the time you thought you had.
Both Pete and Louis had teamed up with record labels they'd already worked successfully with before. For Pete, the label that brought us Steps, Jive Records.
Because Pete and I have worked together for so long now, over 20 years, and we've had so many hit records, I do have an input into the records, the same as Pete has an input into the promotion and the marketing. But really, it's his vote with regards to the records. The Bee Gees had written that song, but they're very particular on who records their singles.
I'd had this song 2 years ago from Barry Gibb. I wanted to record it 2 years ago.
Pete spoke to Barry Gibb and told him that he had this group, One True Voice, and where the group had come from and exactly what he wanted to do. And Barry said Barry was up for him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I wonder, I started carrying on as well.
No, all right. No, I just thought I'd leave.
When it got down to the last 6, we knew then that we would be removing one scenario.
Louis collaborated with the label responsible for Boyzone and Samantha Mumba, Polydor Records.
They are the best pop label in the UK. We've got the best marketing people in it. I'm just a very small cog in a very big wheel.
And when Sound of the Underground came in, we knew that that was the one. When we got down to the final 10 girls, we played them several songs, and that was unanimously chosen by everybody involved. We started the recording when the girls were down to 7. So 7 girls went into the studio and laid down the vocals to the entire song. On the night the band was chosen, we had the producer standing by in the studio ready to do the final mix with the 5 correct final voices.
This meant that an unlucky few would have to face the ordeal of recording vocals for their track knowing that their voices could possibly be removed. Back when there were 6 boys and 6 girls remaining, essential work had to be done in order for the singles to be released for Christmas. Photo shoots for the press had already given the boys a glimpse of what the final lineup might be.
We're doing photo shoots, and the difference really today is that we're doing it as if, you know, we're the final band sort of thing, so we're, you know, obviously not used to people, unfortunately. They're going.
It's getting quite hard now because having long days and like short nights, so it's getting really hard. But it's a nice experience to know that I'm being part of this.
You wouldn't believe how stupid you actually feel when you're going. Look at me.
Already there was a massive interest from magazines to get the boys on their pages.
The feedback we're getting at Smash Hits at the moment is that our readers like the boys. We're getting really big buzz about it. We're getting lots of letters in. They like individuals, but I think as a package as well, it's something that sells really well to Smash Hits readers. We're getting quite a lot of feedback about the girls as well, but to be honest, for us, it is the boys at the moment.
The remaining 6 girls had to face a similar experience, but the task was all the more difficult. It was the cover shoot for their single.
It's kind of weird when you say it's for the single. I know that we know it is, but it's weird. You just think it's another photo shoot.
That's fantastic.
Have you seen the CD cover thing? It's going to be like TV, so we come out with a TV programme, and so it's going to be like one of us on each TV in the CD cover.
We got in a stylist that we'd worked with before, and basically we sat down with the girls and the stylist and had huge sort of picture boards with loads of different looks on it, and the girls picked out the looks that they liked.
What we're doing, previously we've done TV shots, which the girls are then going to be retouched into afterwards, because of course we've got 6 girls here today, there's only going to be 5 in the final one.
So we're going to take head and shoulder shots, and then next week they're all going to be retouched in different versions onto these TVs.
For both the videos to be ready for a Christmas release, essential choreography work was well underway. The girls teamed up with choreographer Paul Roberts, who'd previously worked with the Sugar Babes and All Saints.
Nice to meet you. Kisses all round. Thank you. We're trying to create the style for the girls choreographically, something people can recognise, like All Saints had a trademark within their choreography. Sugar Babes do. We're going to try to keep it minimal, simple, but very effective. I'm going to have to work them extremely hard for the fact that normally I ask for 2 days at an absolute minimum to rehearse one number, and we've got 2 days and we've got to do 2 numbers. So there's no time for chatting, there's no time to be on mobile phones, there's no time to be, you know, discussing what's going on. It's shut up and get on with it.
It's all in the hips, baby.
A familiar face from the London auditions, Tonya Peterson was brought in early on to spend the day with the boys and give them some advice.
Today I'm going to be rehearsing with the boys. We're going to go through the track. I'm going to show them a couple of steps. Obviously not too much movement, because this is a vocal harmony group, so they're not so interested in too much dancing, so it's more basically making them look cool. All right, here we go.
It's the sound!
Back at the girls' choreography, Paul had decided to give the girls a well-earned break.
Have a little drink break, 5 minutes or so.
Got it.
And this is the first time we've done for like the single and stuff, and it's really, really exciting.
I think it's coming on a bit. I'm still a bit on certain things, you know, like coordination and stuff, but as long as I'm sure of it in my head, and I've practiced a lot harder now as well, like with, you know, all the shows and everything, I'm doing more and more practicing, even in the bathroom like that. I mean,
Just focus on what I'm doing. Don't even look at any of the rest of the girls, and you get through it.
I'm finding it quite easy to pick the choreography up, but I think it's more about making it look good. That's the harder thing. When you're looking in the mirror, you're sort of like, does it look good or not? You kind of like try different things to sort of make yourself look comfortable.
The boys' choreography might not have looked as complex as the girls', but there were still difficulties mastering some of the moves.
Come on, Matt. Matt! Shape up. Come on.
The guys will have to work very, very hard. And basically, they have to understand what it is that I'm trying to teach them and what I'm trying to get out of them. And I'm not too sure that they've got that yet.
It's hard because it's a lot different than just dancing. You have to get into a different mode mentally, and like your face, expressions and stuff. It's just a lot harder than I thought.
And this is made of?
Work on the styling of the girls' video had to begin early too. The video director, Phil Griffin, met up with the stylist, Chloe Richardson, to discuss the overall look.
Yeah, they're going to be really sleek, and I want them to look really groomed, and I don't want them looking tarty. I want them looking really stylish and chic, but still young and trendy and fashionable, and I want them to aspire to young, you know, I want people to want to look like them.
I think everything that Chloe's doing works very well with the script, because we're trying to create a look for the girls which it does two things. A, keeps them true to their own personalities, but then secondly gives it slightly bit of a almost sort of Vivienne Westwood Seditionary's retro punk feel. Kids today are incredibly turned on or turned off by what people wear, and you know, at the end of the day, pop stars are supposed to be icons of fashion. No, it's going to be great. You know, we're going to do something that's a little bit tougher, a little bit sexier, but without being overt. And again, as Chloe said, bring the girls out of themselves. You know, if they've got a right to be on that stage, they've got to be portrayed as themselves.
Although there were still 6 girls remaining, Phil felt it was essential to meet them and let them know what he had planned for their video.
I work with an artist and I direct the best performance I can get out of you. For your first video, you can't afford to confuse people as to who you are. It's got to be like, OK, these are the girls and this is their video. So there'll be quite a lot of beauty work, I think, in there. Quite a lot of close-ups and imagery of you guys as individuals.
Now that the record company's involved much more than the TV programme, the stylists are involved more in what we want, and it's just all piecing together now. Like,
now that we're getting closer to like the final band, and we're doing things like choreography, and it's getting styled in our hair. It's just amazing.
Have you seen all the clothes designs and stuff? You've had fittings and stuff like that, haven't you? So you know the whole look is quite tough and quite uncompromised, and we're going to follow that through for the video.
Has it been finally
There's, you know, a room full of today's 6 opinions about what they think they should have for their video, or what they should think they should wear, and they don't yet have the experience, I don't think, to be able to quantify or qualify their statements. The video for this song has to brand and portray the girls as these are your new pop stars. So there's a formula that has to be stuck to, and I'm not sure whether they understood that, but they will by the time I've finished with them.
we'll have a look in a minute.
While Phil left the girls to ponder his ideas, a few of them couldn't resist a sneaky peek at the clothes for the video, even though they'd been told they were out of bounds.
Oh no. Oh no. Nicola, them are yours.
You're joking me.
I swear.
Don't even.
Shh. That's your name on the box.
Where's the box?
Look at that, Joe.
Look at these hats. Oh my god.
Nicola. Look at that.
Oh, there's the hat. I just told you the hat I wanted.
Look at that, Joe, Joker.
Okay.
No, these are yours, Julie.
These are size 7.
These are yours.
No, I don't.
Straight.
I asked them.
Styles has got me a t-shirt that says boss on.
And they're awful. Them are yours. They've got your name on the box, look.
Size 6.
Yeah.
Look at that! It's got wings on the back and everything.
I think they're yours.
I'd never ever wear the clothes to walk around the street and run corn, because everyone would be like, what has she got on? But because like what I'm doing, it's good. Great Britain, it's a size 8. Who else is a size 8?
Right.
Shell's a 6, I'm the only 8.
No. Busted. Sorry.
Coming up on Popstars The Rivals, the boys get used to the pop star lifestyle.
Matt has his eye on the edge.
No, I do not.
On all 3.
While the girls realise it isn't glamour all the way.
No, you expect a video shoot to be dead glamorous, don't you? And really, oh, look at my hands. They're dirt. I'm scared I'm not even going to show you.
Bring on the phone. Fantastic. More of it.
Hello? Can I have directory inquiries, please?
Unlike recording the Popstars single, shooting the video had to wait until you had chosen the final lineup of your two bands. The boys had an early start in London's Docklands.
As you can see, we're here at the first video shoot of One True Voice.
We've had a kind of look at the concept, the sheet, and we're doing this walking along thing, looking cool, looking sexy, looking funky.
I'll never give back to somebody else. I know where my arms should be.
Cameron, the director, is really cool. It's really laid back. It's really like friendly, and I think we're gonna have fun with him.
The song's beautiful, you know? It's got a real nice pace to it, nice tempo. It's got a really catchy hook to it. Everybody on the set's already singing it, so you can tell it's gonna be a hit.
Me and you rip me and you do what you please. I stumble and I tremble and I'm weak at the knees. Visualize before me is my reality.
How's the assistant working out? He's okay. He's a little bit lippy, so I might have to have a word with him.
We've got 10 extras, they're all girls and lush.
He's nice, and the one with spiky hair. They're really sweet.
Matt has his eye on the extra ladies.
No, I do not.
On all three.
No, I do not.
He can't make his mind up, but he's worried because they're all a bit too tall. And he might not be able to satisfy their womanly needs. He has only 17, you know. Give him a chance. We'll teach him.
What's he saying about me now? What's he saying?
Nothing, I was just saying that you are a woman... a king?
I love my women!
A king of all things female and feminine.
Love ladies, man.
The girls filmed their video in a disused warehouse in central London. They arrived early for the all-important hair and makeup and tuned in to hear their song, Sound of the Underground, for the first time on the radio.
In about 5 minutes' time, we're going to be listening to our single for the first ever time played on radio. So all the girls are excited. We're all just rushing about at the moment, but can't wait.
Now, Girls Aloud and also the boy
Oh
band
my God!
One True Voice. Girls Aloud, Sound of the Underground.
Oh yes.
That's me on the radio.
On Radio 1.
Oh God.
You're nice.
There you go. I think you might agree with me that for what it is, that's surprisingly good. Do you know what I mean?
Then they got to hear the boys' song Sacred Trust for the first time too.
Sounds like a Cliff Richard number. It was good, but the girls was far better. What's with the big, we're gonna get number one, we're gonna get number one, because we are.
What's it like?
Time, that is the boys' effort, that's the one, two boys with Sacred Trust. What do you reckon then? Dick? Steve Bob?
I like the girls one better.
I like the girls.
Yes, come on, the girls.
Back on the set of the One True Voice video, director Cameron is impressed by the boys' professionalism and star potential.
The day's going really well so far. The camera's looking good, the shots are looking great, the guys are looking really good. I'm pretty happy so far. The guys are real pros, man. You know, they're ready to be stars, I think. We got a lot to do, you know, and the sun's going down, so we gotta hurry and beat the light. So off we go. Well, working with these guys, you know, they're new, so this is their first video, so it's kind of like a chance to sit them down and really get them used to being with cameras, working with the lights, and listen to the playback and doing it over and over again, and
you know, just getting them sort of feeling confident, feeling like at ease with each other and with the cameras, and they're getting really good at it now.
This is the choreographer, and he directs us artistically. His name is Paul. It's very nice.
My role here today is to make sure the boys look comfortable on camera. There's not much choreography here at all today for me to do, but it's just making sure they look, they've got presence, they've got confidence, and make sure they perform and keep the energy up throughout the day.
Oh! I'll never give back to somebody else. I know where my arms should be.
Guys, this time, a bit more animation, a bit more passion. We're getting a bit tired at the moment. Just pick it up a wee bit, yeah?
Yep.
Just a bit more into camera. When you walk in, just put a bit more, you know, a bit more passion in it, yeah? Use your arms, use your faces a bit more, yeah? A bit brighter.
Follow my heart, leads me to you. Oh yeah, I know where my love should be. You know I'm talking to you.
The day has been immensely good fun, wouldn't we say? But we're all walking about like zombies now, and then every time the camera comes on, and they go recording, and you go,
and then the synths are off you.
And you see that's really how the day's gone, basically.
It's been good. We've gotten a lot of shots. We've been working really hard, and we're just about done, and I think we have a really good video.
Bring it, girls. Bring it. Christmas #1. You think you could get Christmas #1 from us? I say, I don't think so.
I say, Cletus, I don't think they get that Christmas #1.
I don't think the girls know what they're up against.
I don't think they get it no near.
Right, God.
On the set of the Girls Aloud video, director Phil had already guided Nadine and Kimberly through their first tentative shots.
Maybe touched her. Don't be scared of this stuff. It's dirty. That's what it is. The song's dirty.
At first I was really wooden, and I just felt stupid, you know, like looking into the camera and stuff. But I got a little bit better towards the end.
So you just need to relax into it a little bit more. It's your first video, so you know. You just don't worry about it. My job is to get you comfortable. I'm a specialist at that. Okay? Talk to me, girls.
Yeah, I like it. It looks really good. No, you expect a video shoot to be dead glamorous, don't you? And really, oh, look at my hands. They're dirt. I'm scared I'm not even going to show you. But it's not at all, but it's good fun.
I don't know what is pushing me higher. It's a static from the floor below, and then it drops, catches like fire. It's a sound it's a sound it's a sound
It's like we're still living in the house, so like we can't see from out. Like I remember when Hearsay was a band, and I was like, oh my god, they're so famous. You know what I mean?
And we can't see how famous. Like
we can't see that. We just think we're in the house still and like getting up and doing things. You know what I mean?
It's only on the radio and the TV and the newspapers when you start realising, oh my god, this is quite a big thing. We're living it. We're inside the cocoon of the pop star rivals, and we're just doing a job.
I can see it in my own reflection.
Cheryl.
Don't know what is pushing me higher. It's a static.
Yes, go on, Cheryl. Rosina. I'm enjoying this challenge, you know, because from what we've heard, Chris Moyles has said on Radio 1 that like, The Boys is something like Jason Donovan with
Cliff Richard?
Cliff Richard, and everyone's been like bigging our song up, and The Boys like just been nothing really.
We're going to go on there, as far as I'm aware, and do the dance routine. We've got our mic stands for all this kind of carry on and stuff, so.
You know what?
Hey!
I've watched making the video and that for years and years and years. Now it's us making the video.
There's
sexy, they've got great hair and makeup, and they look like a really, really top girl group already. This is the first video.
Fantastic. I just seen them as a band now. I think it's a really cutting-edge record, and they look great. Look the real deal.
I think the girls are doing incredibly well, considering it's the first day they've ever had to be in front of a proper pop video camera. It's a lot of pressure for them, and considering the weeks they've had and the stress of Saturday, they're doing very well.
Today was kind of the first day that they felt, the band's kind of dreams come true. So I've noticed they're completely relaxed and in it and focused more than I've ever seen them today.
Just look at them. They don't look like those 5 innocent kids that walked in to sing at Popstars. They look like stars.
Yeah. It's gonna beat the boys fair and square, fair and square. It's gonna beat the boys.
We've blown the boys out of the water as regards reaction from everybody. This is the start of something really big for Girls Aloud.
And are you going to beat the boys?
Coming up on Popstars The Rivals, the war of words hots up.
But they're still singing a cover for the A side. Ours is on the B side. Speaks for itself, boys.
It's a good track. It's well worthy of top 10. About 8.
And the 2 bands do their first ever radio and TV.
First time we're going to sing and dance live. Oh my God!
And pants.
What's your best side?
Spurs!
The videos had both been shot, and with the release of the singles imminent, the race was on for #1, and the only way to secure that much-coveted spot was to jump in the back of a van and do a promotional tour of the regions.
Here we are in Swansea. Stupid o'clock in the morning. We're going to Wave FM for the first leg of our radio promotional tour as One True Voice.
Hiya, how you doing? You all right? This is the first time they've ever appeared on the radio together. One True Voice. Give me a round of applause. Thank you.
Oh, this is our first interview and we've done it at Wave FM. They've been very nice to us. However, they got all our names wrong.
We have the lads here. Can we just do a roll call, please? Andrew! Anton, sorry.
So that was a slight error on their account.
Daniel, Keith, Mike, Peter, is everybody here now? We've got Jamie!
Hey, that's live radio for you.
Their first interview was out of the way, and as they were leaving the station, they heard the girls' song for the first time.
It's a good track. It's well worthy of top 10. Number 8, maybe.
Back on board the bus, it was time for One True Voice's single, Sacred Trust, to make its radio debut.
One True Voice, Sacred Trust.
Sounds good out of it.
We just heard it on the radio in the car. On Radio 2. Yes!
We're all like this.
The tour continued, and with 28 stations to visit and 70 interviews to do over the next 2 days, the pressure was on.
We have One True Voice. Good morning, boys.
Good morning.
All the boys are here, One True Voice.
We have One True Voice.
And the boys from One True Voice are here. Matt has been paying a lot of attention to Lindsay. Right, so after the revelation that Keith is, what's her name? Hayley. That's her name. Keith is joined out with like Gareth Gator's ex. The revelation that we just had here at Galaxy 102. Come on then, Anton.
Come on, man.
It's the money, look. I'm dating Javine.
Let's have a round of applause to the boys from One True Voice. I think Keith's in for a slap.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to be in trouble when he gets back.
Text message. Oh, it's not from Javine. Oh.
Where the girls get down to the
Meanwhile, back in London, the girls commenced their battle for the #1 spot at chart-based music show Pop World.
the beat of the drum goes round and around.
Hello. That sounds marvellous. I just want to say hello. Enjoy the interview and the performance and everything.
Thank you.
You look marvellous. So don't let anyone tell you that's too much tan. It's not. I'll see you later. All right.
After 3 hours of makeup, they were finally ready for their first TV performance.
First time we're going to sing and dance live. Oh my God!
This is my fun. I can't deal with it.
This is Boss.
We've never stopped since that day. I don't think it's really sunk in properly for us that we're in the band. We've kind of just been so busy. It's just manic. Yeah, the boys are extremely confident about the #1, but I think since the singles have been played on radio, they're starting to panic a little bit.
I'm not saying the song isn't good. They've probably got very good vocals to it, but they're still singing a cover for the A side. Ours is on the B side. Speaks for itself, boys.
Oh, yes! That's good, isn't it?
Look over there. Bye, girls. Bye, boys.
Back on the road and well into the tour, the boys were getting used to answering many of the same questions.
So for the rest of today and possibly the rest of the week, you're going to have to stand around answering the exact same questions I've just asked you. Does that not get annoying and boring at times?
We are turning into robots, but we're getting very good at answering the questions. So.
Me and Mikey came up with
the name.
Yeah, we were creating one sound. You know, we're all a different style of voices and one true sound, so we came up with one true voice.
We have been picked by the people.
The difference is we were picked by the public with a people's band.
Can I ask you about Pete Waterman?
He's our best friend.
He's the sixth member.
He is the sixth member.
He's our best friend, but he is actually a great guy and he believes in us.
He's the nicest guy ever. Basically, he's just like another one of the group.
He's our best friend.
Nicest guy on the planet. He's the sixth member.
Louis.
Stripey blue, like
lemon.
Yeah, with white.
The girls were a couple of days behind the boys, but arrived at Red Dragon in Cardiff, ready to spread Girls Aloud power.
We're going live on air to Red Dragon in Wales. We don't take our slippers off for nobody.
I'm not awake, man. I'm still asleep.
Right, South Wales #1 hit music station. This is Red Dragon FM. With me on the big drive home this afternoon, Girls Aloud.
Made the hit list, do you know that, boys? Girls, made the hit list, did you?
They're taking it dead seriously now. And we're having a bit of fun with it. Going, yeah, we're going to beat the boys, yeah. And they're like, I just think they're all being so childish.
Listen, thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for having us.
Good luck. And are you going to beat the boys?
Yes!
I think so. Girls Aloud, thank you very much.
Thank you. He said, I just asked him before we went, and he's whispered, yes, I think you're going to beat the boys.
The race for #1 was now in full swing, and with millions of fans to win over, the boys, still excited by touring, prepared for their first TV interview on CITV.
I'm tired of working with unprofessional people. I'm going to have a diva stop.
Being TV, the boys received a few necessary touch-ups and headed to the studio floor.
Question for you here. Do you keep in contact with the other boys?
Yeah, we do, but I do, especially with Peter, because he was my roommate and I love him
Peter's
to
a
bits.
nice guy. We've seen
he's a great guy.
But guys, thank you so much for joining us. Give it up one more time for One True Voice.
Yeah. I'm going to buy the boys. I'm going to buy a boy single.
Yes, and I'm going to buy it 10 times. Like I voted for them 10 times. And you voted for them loads more times.
But let's get off that one. Anyway, boys, definitely boys, Christmas #1.
Hot on the boys' heels, with 25 interviews done and over 350 miles travelled, the girls arrived in Bristol.
Come on, girls. Get out of the car.
It's cold.
We need a little help here. Hello, Kimberly. Nice to meet you.
Hey, Kimberly.
All right, hello.
I am quite nervous, actually, yeah. Because I've pretty much developed a crush on all of them. It's Core Control. It's Cam and Sally. It's Girls Aloud.
Now, I've got loads of questions to ask you. First one being, Pete Waterman. He was suggesting on Saturday night's show that you hadn't sung on the record.
That's quite a compliment, actually, though, because if he's saying we didn't sing, obviously he's good at that. We sounded good. Actually, just got a marriage proposal text message, which, you know, it's great. It's great to know there's some people out there that would like to marry me. He's 55, so it's great.
Give yourselves a round of applause. There you go.
I'm enjoying it. I like all these, I prefer doing it all 5 of us together when we're on the radio, and you can tell it's like a big radio station. They're really up for it and they're going for it, and they're really sort of bigging us up and come on the girls and everything else.
The One True Voice entourage moved on to Ireland, which meant a flight. But for one of the members of the band, this was a new experience.
I'm nervous, never been on the plane, man. I'm gonna be alright.
I'm on our way to Belfast. I've never been on a plane before, so I'm bricking it, as they say. Like this, man! Fly! Man can fly! I can fly! It's raining, man! My first time on a plane, man!
It was an early start for the boys and straight off to UTV to record a live performance on The Kelly Show.
We started out together, never knew what lay.
It was were straight into the studio for a camera rehearsal for After You're Gone. Daniel, Anton and Keith share the main vocal, which left Matt and Jamie to do, well, not much.
See, I just think they should take it off me because all the pressure's on me on that track, do you know what I mean?
What do you think of my verse?
It's great. Your ad-libs at the end is great, man.
What do you think of my verse, though?
The verse is great.
My verse?
Yeah. What do you think of my bridge?
Oh, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
We're just so involved.
I know. I feel sorry for the other boys, you know, because they're like, they haven't got nothing.
I know.
Especially Daniel.
As they relaxed and got ready for the proper recording, Gavin Simpson, the regional radio plugger, arrived with some good news.
Good news. Good news.
What is it?
After 2 days on the airplay chart, you are highest climber on the airplay chart after 2 days service to radio.
No way.
And you're #1 on the most added chart to radio this week. That means playlists added. It's all looking good.
Oh my God! Come on, the boys! Come on, the boys!
For sacred trust.
It was time to do it for real, and one of Ireland's biggest stars, Jerry Kelly, was impressed.
I tend to look at how they talk, how they react to the interview. And I must say, we did the interview today. They're naturals at it. All 5 of them are naturals. That plus their talent, they have life made.
I really enjoyed that.
It sort of appeals to like
quickest TV show I've ever done.
But also,
The tour is over, but the battle continues. Who will make it to #1, Girls Aloud or One True Voice?
The public have picked these 5 girls and they're going to adopt them and they're going to make them their new girl group.
So it's just going to be the new 5-piece girl band with a different sound and a different look.
What the girls have created, they're going to, I think people are going to expect, but they're just not going to expect what's come out of the boys' singles. It's really different.
We're going to be like the Spice Girls, but better.
I think the girls will get to #1 because they're a better act than the boys. They look like a pop group already. They look like a major worldwide girl pop group.
It's been a great battle as far as Louis is concerned. Never been a battle for me.
There's a hunger for all 5 of us, so it should be a good band.
I hope we just enjoy what we're doing and just love every minute of it like we are now, and that'll be brilliant. There's nothing else I can ask for.
Girls can't get #1 anyway. Got no chance.
I rate our chances of getting a #1 against the boys quite highly.
You know, you're not going to get #1. What do you think you're on about? We have a better single, we have a better team. Just get over it, you know? But, no, just good luck to them. I hope they make #10.
And we're just going to go for it and hope that the girls, you know, go for the girl power thing rather than just buying the single just because they fancy the boys.
I think the public's taken to the boys a lot more than they've taken to the girls. I don't know why, it's just, I think the bond between the boys is a lot stronger. And the public can see that, I think.
I think the boys better watch their backs.
the singles will get the #1 at Christmas, there's no doubt.
Come on, the girls.
I don't mind which one goes, because I think they both, you know, equally deserve it, actually, don't they, really? They merit it in their own different way. It's so different, it's like chalk and cheese.
OK, join me next week on Popstars The Rivals to find out if Girls Aloud or One True Voice made it to that all-important Christmas #1 slot. It is, in fact, the last show of our series and will be on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. But for now, you can turn over to ITV2 for some Popstars The Rivals Extra, and I'll see you next Sunday. Good night.
Get your granny shuffling her slippers to the tail-tapping sound of the Happy Hyenas. It's howlin', it's here, and it's Harry.